Hi guys, it's Liv from Glam is Gruesome. This is the look I'm going to be doing today. It is super easy. The bruising anyways, the cut is a little bit harder to do just because it's with scar wax. But yes, this is the look. Itchy. But the cut video that is more in depth about making cuts and doing all that grossness is going to be linked down below. And yeah, this is the final look. I really liked it. It's really fun. I encourage you guys to try it, even if it's just like with eyeshadow. Like my first Bruised look was with eyeshadow. I encourage you guys to like this video because I have been eating this blood paste for the past 2 minutes. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Okay, I'm telling you, it's disgusting. It's fun to use though. It's fun to use though. But yeah, so we used the Ben Nye EW4 Master Bruise palette, the FX wheel. It was super fun to use. And yeah, keep on watching if you want to figure out how to do this beautifulness. Oh, another thing. As you can tell, I have my makeup done. That is only because I just got back from a long day at school and I can take my makeup off, but I don't think you guys want to see that, so we've seen it too many times already. But yeah, so I'm just going to take my beauty blender. I almost grabbed my actual beauty blender. No, I'm going to take my FX blender, and this is the one with the patches. I'm going to use the one with the gashes in it. That sounds like a really bad word. Gashes. I don't like that word. It's a violent word. And I'm just going to I'm going to dip into this bright red right here. So I'm going to take a mix of these two, which is these two top shades right here. And I'm just going to lay that down in a general area of where the bruising would be. So I'm going to go in with that purple, and I'm just going to go in with the pointier side of the beauty blender, and I'm going to basically place this where I want the hit to be more prominent, and I want it to be more concentrated with the grossness. Yeah. And then I'm going to go in with this really, really, really dark blue purple, and I'm going to go right back over that with the gashed part of the beauty blender. And I'm going to go over that purple that we just laid just to add even more deep colors. And then after that, I'm going to go in with the other pointy side of the beauty blender, and I'm going to take this just yellow in the middle. I have not used this one yet, as you can tell, because it's not picked up in. And I'm just going to go on the outer rim to kind of blend it in more with my skin tone. So that is one really, really easy bruise. Obviously, obviously this is a very prominent bruise. It's very vibrant. Yeah, I'm just going to take a little bit of this Ben Nye setting powder. Obviously this is in like a little container, but it's because I'm using someone else's. And I'm just going to take a small fluffy brush, and I'm taking the tiniest bit. And when I say tiniest bit, I mean like that much. Like I'm taking the tiniest bit, because I do still want this to be kind of shiny, because it's, you know, when people call them shiner. Got that from my mom. Shiner. That's still too much. I'm going to take like that much, like barely any's on the brush. And I'm just going to dab or brush that onto the bruise a little bit, because also this will muffle the color a little bit so it won't be as vibrant, which obviously on some cases you don't want that to happen. But on my case, since this is a bruise and it will be underneath the skin, I don't want it to look like it's setting on top. Okay, so now that we have the first bruise done, I now realize I kind of want to take this a step further, and I want to do a cut on my lip. Yeah, even though we're kind of wasting daylight, I don't care. Okay, because that took like 10 seconds to do. So I'm going to place a little bit more bruising around my face, and I will be right back. Okay, so now that I placed more bruising around my face, I did one, obviously you saw me do this one right here on my cheekbone. I did one on the inner corner, and I just did one on my forehead. And I just forgot to set it with setting powder, so I'm going to set that with setting powder real fast. Okay. And usually when you do an eye punch or a black eye or some sort of bruising around the eye, usually go more towards the inner corner, because that's I don't know the actual science behind this, but this is what I think happens. What I think happens is like that's where like all your blood flows and where all your blood flows, and like maybe that's where like people's fists usually hit. I don't know. I've never punched someone. I just did one more towards the inner corner, pretty much on the inner corner, and a little bit up and a little bit down, like towards like eye bag area, I guess. And then cheekbone, you saw me do the cheekbone, and then I just did one on the forehead. And then now I'm going to use the scar wax, and I'm going to create a little bit of a cut on my lip to make it look like I split some, like there's a little bit of blood and like a little bit like fighting, like, you know, like whoa. So I am going to now create the cut, and you guys have seen me use scar wax in my last FX video. I'm just using the Ben Nye Nose and Scar Wax. Excuse me. This is in the color Fair because I am fair. And I'm just going to use this like spatula type. It's just a flat piece of metal, kind of. It's not pointy, but it is a flat piece of metal. And I'm going to take a little bit of Vaseline. This helps me work with the scar wax a little bit more, so it's not like sticky and tacky and all over myself, and like it just makes it look better. And also it's a way of me moisturizing my lips, so because I need it because my lips are really dry right now. So yeah, I'm just going to do the outline of the cut. And if you want to see a more detailed video on how I do cuts and how I do incisions, the link is going to be down below. But for right now, I'm just going to do the scar wax off camera because it's going to take a while, it's frustrating. And yeah, mostly because I'm allergic to latex and I can't use latex. So this is just a better alternative, even though it is very hard to work with. So I recommend using latex if you are a beginner, but scar wax is definitely my favorite in the way it looks and everything. But yeah, so I'm going to do that off camera real fast just because it's very hard to work with, and I don't think you guys want to see that. If you want to see more detailed video, the link is in the description. See you in a little bit. So I just placed this scar wax on my lip. As you can tell, I'm not moving my mouth that much because I don't want it to like get all crazy. So I'm going to take my setting powder and my setting brush. Jeez, that's fallout. Hello. And I'm just going to dust this slightly over this so it doesn't like transfer or anything. But before this gets messed up and everything, I'm going to take a little bit of extra setting powder on my finger. I'm just going to set inside my mouth. I'm going to take my color wheel. I'm dipping into this red and a little bit of this black, right, or this dark brown purple shade, and I'm just going to mix those and put that around it so it blends in with my lip nicely, because right now it just looks like this white patch right now. So I'm just going to tab this all over the lip. After that, I'm going to go in with this small angled brush, and I'm going to go in with this really dark shade right here. I'm just going to put this inside of the I'm going to put this inside of the cut. So I'm just going to set that again. I'm going to go in with this tiny little brush right here. Oh, it's got some blood on it. That is never a thing I thought I'd say. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to take this little tiny brush right here. And I'm going to go in with this really bright, vibrant red. And I'm going to put that inside the cut. Then after this, I'm going to go in with a little bit of yellow because it is still bruising. So I'm going to go in with this flat packer brush right here. And I'm going to go in with this yellow. Dang, that is vibrant. It's vibrant yellow. And I'm just going to go on the outside of my lip. So my camera shut off, but I basically just put on some blood. Odd thing to say, but I used this Graftobian, they're the best thing ever, Graftobian blood paste. It's just this, it's a thicker consistency, it's paste rather than a liquid form, which is what I used on my last cut. I told you guys I was going to get this in my mail, and I did, and I'm super happy. I love it. It's like a jelly, like it, like inside, the majority of it is like jelly-ish, so it looks more real and it looks like blood. There's a top film on it that is just liquid, and I know I'm probably using it wrong, honestly, but it's just like, I put it around the cut a little bit, and I put it down, dripping down a little bit, just to make it look like it's bleeding. But yeah, that kind of concludes the whole look, unless you want to do more bruising or you want to do more cuts. Obviously, that's up to you. I do like this a lot. I like this look a lot. It's super easy, it's super simple. I mean, the cut was a little hard to work with because of the scar wax, but that's just a product. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. So this is the final look. It was super easy, super fun to do. I did really like doing this because it was super easy. It is a more beginner look, although the scar wax made the cut, but the bruising is very easy to do, just because it's just colors. Like, it's just colors. It's just the way you arrange the colors and stuff. But yeah, this was a super fun look to do. I really liked it. Really liked doing this. Definitely the FX makeup is a lot more messy, as you can tell. I have it all over my hand. And then this hand is completely red because the blood and stuff. But yeah, this is a really fun look to do. I really like doing it. It was super easy. The bruising anyways, but the cut is definitely a little bit more advanced for me. I know for me it was. But I do have another video more in depth about cuts in general down below. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel. My name is Liv, if you don't know me. And yeah, comment new suggestions for the video, for next video. Bye guys.